Hello YouTube, this is the Boethian Acolyte, and as many of you know, there is a contest put out by Losoyo and Daranok for the atheist and theist community. For those YouTubers with a subscriber count below 200 who are relatively new, and I thought I would make a submission to that contest. So what I've written down is just a script relating my thoughts on what I think my channel is for and what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to be reading this script, and I hope you enjoy what I have to say. Thank you. If I were to boil down the key element to a successful epistemology, it would not be any of the standard things. It would not be intelligence, a familiarity with logic argumentation, an understanding of the scientific method, or some divine revelation, or even a good upbringing in the appropriate religious or non-religious background. Smart people have been wrong, after all. Logical argumentation is not reality. The scientific method is great for telling us what the world is like, but gives me little insight into how I should behave in the world. Divine revelation could be madness, or demonic rather than theistic, and social construction, whether for atheism, theism, or any methodological preference, gives no position any special merit. While I do not deny any of these approaches value, I do not give them primacy. The first and most important thing the asker of questions must have is wonder. C.S. Lewis attributes his experience as a Christian, a professor, and an apologist, and a human being to the spirit of wonder that he learned from his mentor, George MacDonald. And wonder is, I think, the answer. I mean wonder simultaneously as the act of questioning and the act of being filled with amazement. A fusion of the two, where the desire to know is inseparable from the ability to be blown away by ideas and experiences. If you want the piper to lead you to the west, if you want to climb the stairway to heaven, you must have wonder. The world and the things, people, and ideas in it must make you wonder, must make you ache with a longing to know, and make you shiver with an appreciation of the majestic place which is somehow lit by the rays of a burning star. Until you have tasted this, I believe no answers, whatever they may be, will ever make you happy or satisfied. I have wondered and wandered my way around and into Christianity for most of my life, and only recently have firmly hung my hat on any particular place. I must say I am now very satisfied with my recent conversion into Anglicanism. I embrace science, attempt logic, I believe in divine revelation, and I think that upbringing and social influences can be a mechanism of insight just as they can be a mechanism of blindness. More than any religious perspective, my channel is one that defends the rationality of living a good life. The Socratic perception that living an unexamined life is not worth living, and that we all have a responsibility to uphold free discourse, and to ask ourselves not if we are living fully, but if we are living as we should. My mentor, Boethius, lived about 1500 years ago. He stood between two camps on many issues, between Platonism and between Aristotelianism, between paganism and Christianity, and between anarchy and order. Literally. For sticking to his values, he was falsely accused by the King Theodoric of treason and wrongly executed. Here was a man who had been a Roman consul, a powerful man in the political sphere and a respected thinker in the philosopher's discourse, knowing that he was going to die unjustly. And what does he do when everything has been taken away, and all hope is gone, and all justice broken, but sit down and write the third most influential piece of literature on medieval Christianity, The Consolation of Philosophy. Instead of succumbing to despair, he took a final moment to give others hope. A Socratic and Christ-like hero in the face of heartbreaking and life-threatening adversity. Rome, his greatest love, was going to kill him, had already tortured him, and his response was begin a tradition of thoughtful love and rational wonder, which has only in recent scholarship begun to be fully appreciated for its impact. This, I believe, is an example of a life lived well. I do not claim to have attained it, or to know all the details or even the important details about how precisely to live so admirably. But I believe that the spirit of inquiry necessary for this sort of life is not reducible to the method of inquiry, however important that may be, and it is this position of rational fascination, this spirit of wonder, more than any particular belief or worldview, which I seek to defend and employ here on YouTube, whether I'm discussing philosophy, theology, or literature. I am the Boethian Acolyte, and I thank you for listening.